I've picked a scene from the Cyber Garage project that is scene 17, and it's a scene where the mama rabbit has the fox by the tail and she's pulling him away from her baby Sasha. So then I put a piece of paper over the top and tried to draw something that's just really a rough drawing, getting some lines in there. I can see the mama rabbit reaching for part of the tail here, and then, you know, she has her arm bunched up here with part of the other tails maybe sticking out there. And he's lying flat on his belly. He's lying flat on his belly as I looked at the scene just before it, and the animator had actually had the fox fall in this direction on his belly. And slightly cross-eyed, I think will look good. The snout come out here like this. And the hat may have been pushed down over his face just slightly when he comes forward. So I can see that. Whereas this one might be right here kind of clinched. So where does that fit on the X sheet? I'm going to call this drawing number 1. And I'm going to call drawing number 8. So this will be drawing number 8. And notice what the mother rabbit did. She went into a real curve and she jumped up in the air. Whereas here's my vanishing point. Let me get the ground line in here so we see that. Okay, there's the ground line. So basically, you would have a shadow of the fox because he's not entirely on the ground. They're back. So it's opposites, you know. This works opposite this. Now, what would be fun is if the mother rabbit lands, this is what I've been thinking here, the mother rabbit is now going to land while he is out there even further, and the stretch will last a little while before, like a rubber band, he springs back. So this can get extremely monotonous and boring if I don't find some way to make this scene have a little variety in it and more entertainment that I'm putting into it. And I have suddenly a sneaking suspicion that I'm tightening and tightening and tightening, and I probably shouldn't. I do one more pass and get the scene onto 4s. So what I'd like to do is start back here with drawing number 1. I'm going to back up just a little bit now and see what's going to happen when I put this on 4s. I'm going to be deciding as an animator what the timing chart should be. So I want to back up so you can see the larger picture. Here's my timing chart right up here in the corner. See it? So it looks like number 5 is the drawing that I'm going to be making. And usually you put a line underneath it if it's a breakdown. See this breakdown right here? These are definitely in-betweens, but this right here and in between, this is a breakdown. All right, I have now put the animation on 4s. Every 4th frame I've made a drawing. And before I in-between this, which is going to be a lot of time, I want to shoot one more pencil test. And in this pencil test, I'll decide whether all the pieces are working. If they are, then it's going to get in between and shot again. So come on, let's go shoot another test. I've got the center point there, and I've drawn my field guide so I don't draw beyond the cutoff. This right here represents the vanishing point, so what I'm going to do is get a ground line that I saw on the story sketch. There's a kind of a crude version. And here is the 1-point perspective where the lines are coming off of it. What I want to do is design a layout that's not going to interfere with the action at all. And I think what I'm going to try and do is, I know the mama rabbit is right in here, so I'm going to try and get kind of a tree look that kind of surrounds her, so this goes back in there just a little bit. I think that'll be fun. And I'm using elements of layout to point to the mama rabbit and point to the fox. I've put a little design in the bushes here, which is just a little squiggly. And I think this should work. I'm hoping now that all these things lead us right here to the mama rabbit and feel like it's designed. This particular layout, now I have to tell you, one thing I know about it is that this can fight my animation. If I just simply photograph this and put it in as a first level underneath the fox animation that we've done, what's going to happen is it's going to fight. So I'm going to preserve this, and I'll make a special layout where I rub down all the areas of the layout where I know the animation is going to be seen. So, okay, we have the background designed and the in-betweens are all done. So let's shoot one more pencil test to see it all come together. And then we're either going to be really, really happy or we're going to sit here and cry together. So let's shoot that.